Game of the day. Joltspikes versus Endeavor. Eagle versus Sensei.
Welcome back to the channel, folks. Sammy Original Guy here, aka Mr. Cannon from Advanced Wars by Web, bringing you another
lively game of the day.
Today, folks, we are playing a game on Autumn's Grace. This is a high funds matchup, triple base, airport, and comm tower support. We got Joltspikes once again featured on the channel back to back, and Endeavor. Now, normally, I like to spread out my people that I use on the channel. But there's two reasons why I'm putting this one out, folks. One, it was submitted to me by one of these two players. And two, I heard some talk in the Advanced Wars by Web Discord about people wanting to know how to play Sensei against Eagle. Or is it Eagle against Sensei? I don't know. But either way, this is what we got here going on, folks. So as we can see here in the high funds ladder, both of these players are actually fairly highly rated. We got rank 6 versus rank 16, but they are both very, very strong. We featured Endeavor actually a couple times recently also, and they have had games against some of the top level players, and they have held their own very, very well. So I think we are going to be having a pretty cool game. So if we take a look at the map, folks, we can see here that Autumn's Grace is the triple base airport and comm tower supported matchup, but this one has a little bit of somewhat open HQs. I wouldn't say like super open HQs, but they can be fairly exposed, folks. This guy's going to be down here. He's going to acquire an airport. He's going to push over here, maybe grab these two properties here. And then units are going to be pushing down here, and they are going to try to contest this corner here and pressure the HQ, folks. But as this is happening, mirror image over here, the opponent is going to go for your HQ. Now, that is definitely one possibility, folks, but you also have these two bases over here, which will be producing units non-stop, potentially vehicular units of the stinky variety, but we don't know, folks. I don't know exactly what units they're going to be producing, but they are going to be pushing over here. This guy's going to be going over here, potentially defending this area, folks. But the main focus of this map, which I find yields the most positive results, is definitely going a little bit in this corner, but then grabbing these properties, folks. If you can get units into the center and grab these properties, you're having a fantastic time. And especially when you're dealing with a CO like Sensei, because Sensei requires properties in order to get maximum value out of his co-power and his super co-power. So the more properties that are contested that you can grab, well, generally the better time you're having, folks. So that's basically it. Yeah, should be an interesting one here, folks. So without further ado, let's go ahead and see what went down in the live league today. Is Sturm theme like possibly one of the best themes in Advanced Wars by Web, or is that just me? I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think your favorite CO theme song is, folks, because I think Sturm is probably one of my favorites. I like Sturm, I like Adder, and I like Sammy. I think those are probably my three favorites. I really, really like Sensei too, but I'm a metal guy, folks. I love metal. Metal is my genre. I love listening to it. Those ones just, they work with me. That's what it is, folks. But you know what else really works with me? Standard infantry builds, because you got to get the infantry on the field, folks. It's the #1 priority in Advanced Wars by Web. #2 priority in Advanced Wars by Web, making sure that you like and subscribe to the channel for all that hot live league action, folks. Endeavor versus Joltspikes. Let's flippin' go. This is actually a double comm tower map, by the way, folks. So most units are going to be, well, Eagle's units are going to have 120% firepower base, but the air units are actually going to have about 135% firepower, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 135% firepower. So that's going to be very strong. Very strong. And this map is... It can be very bomber and fighter heavy, which I think is a very valid way to go. But you have to produce the vehicles like they are necessary. Sensei does have a negation to the offense of his vehicles by 10%. So he's not going to have like a massive buff from them, but they are going to be sitting at 110 if he gets like both comm towers. So, you know, 110, that's fine. You can work with 110. Basically, with the amount of time that Sensei is going to have his co-power, you might as well just say that he's going to have 120% firepower like all the time, because he's going to have that passive boost like all the time. So, yeah, that's the thing. But yeah, generally when you're playing this Sensei and when you're playing against Sensei, you want to either grab the contested properties or you want to stop your opponent from getting the contested properties. Whether or not you grab the contested properties, you know, that's neither here nor there. It's like the opponent, but if you can grab them, obviously that's what you should do. But main thing is to stop. You have to stop them from getting the properties. Like right here, Endeavor is playing a very, very interesting move and a very good move in my opinion here, because he's blocking this property right here and he's blocking this property right here, allowing his infantry to move in and allowing this infantry to get time in order to move in. I don't really know necessarily if he's going to be able to get this long term, but he's putting the pressure over here, which is very, very smart in my opinion. Now, Joltspikes, maybe he's going to move here. Maybe he's going to move here. Could potentially block this one. I think blocking this one with this tank is a pretty good idea. Like, you can't really go wrong with that, folks. This one over here is a little bit iffy. Could potentially go in for like a double attack with the tanks over here, but then that leads these two tanks being able to push in and attack this tank over here. But I don't know. You never know. The anti-air is a problem because that's an automatic counter to the battlecopter right here. But battlecopters, you know, they're sneaky, right? They're sneaky and they're fast. The little buzzing mosquitoes there, but they're able to get away from anti-airs if they really, really try. Another battlecopter on the field. Another anti-air on the field. Okay, so Joltspike's not taking a position in the center of the map here. That is going to allow Endeavor to start a capture if he chooses. Might not be able to get a cap right away, though. So we'll see. We'll see if he goes in for the double cap. Yeah, he's going to go in for the double cap. This is another thing that you can do with Sensei, folks. Because you're dealing with Sensei, you're going to have your co-powers up a lot. Like, a lot. And you're going to have a lot of free infantry, folks. So if you have to sacrifice a couple units, like a couple infantry, it's not the worst thing. It's really not the worst thing, folks. If you have to sacrifice a couple tanks, not really the worst thing. You know, you get power charge for one, and eventually you're just going to get free units. So as long as you can get your units into position, you can get those properties, you're going to have a good time. All right. Also, Sensei's battlecopters absolutely slap, and that's non-debatable. So crazy amount of damage right there. And there we go, folks. There we go. We got the first co-power of the game. Not really like a huge amount of value from that, but this is where the snowball starts, folks. You get one co-power ready. This guy's going to be able to go down here right away. The only thing that I don't really like about this co-power is it was popped really, really early. So there's going to be a pretty significant amount of damage that can be done to these tanks. Actually, not really a whole lot. No, I think this was actually a pretty good power use. Alright, so Endeavor, yeah, begins pushing forward. The other thing that you have to deal with when you're playing as Eagle and or Sensei, folks, is you need to manage your time. If you have no time and you're trying to bust out Sensei's moves and you're trying to bust out flipping like anything Eagle related, lightning strike, no, it's like only like the best of the best can actually pull those moves off, folks. And there goes battlecopter. But that's another thing when you're dealing with Eagle, folks, is Eagle, you know, he can sacrifice units too, because all he really wants is he wants a lightning strike, and the faster he can get lightning strike, the better, because then even if you have the lightning strike, you can hold on to the lightning strike and then pressure your opponent with it. Alright, we got double strike on the anti-air up north, interrupt and captures, double interrupt over here. Yeah, you can't allow your opponent to have properties. It's not a good time. But you also can't sacrifice too many units, right? So far this is a fairly low-tech game. We don't really have any big tech in here just yet. But once we start getting into this amount of funds, folks, like 32,000 funds per turn from each player, that's when you can expect to start seeing the big units, folks, because that's when people start building the stinky boys and like double infantry and a battle copter, like that kind of stuff. But look at this. So Endeavor at the beginning of the map, you know, he allowed an attack to happen here, but because he gets those free infantry, folks, he's just got 10 more units right now than Joltspikes this early on. So this lightning strike is going to have to come very, very quick. But you never underestimate Eagle, folks. You never underestimate a good Eagle. A good Eagle. Oh my god, he's just going to bust out soiled abominations, folks. That's what he's going to do. Ugh. Gross. Get some soap. Alright, folks. Remember, you know, if you do bust out the soiled abomination, folks, just make sure you invest in some high quality soap in order to wash away that stink. Aside from that, folks, you guys can just play the game however you want. It's perfectly fine. I'm just gonna meme on it all the time. Alright. Boom. Look at the amount of battlecopters down south, folks. It's another way how you play Sensei is you get battlecopters on the field. Buy your battlecopters and buy big tech units. That's it. Like Endeavor right here, busting out the soiled abomination, counter this soiled abomination. Sensei does not need to buy infantry. It does not need to happen, folks. So you need to just focus on your tech. Focus on your vehicles. That's it. Don't even worry about the infantry. You know, you're going to get free infantry all the time. Just focus on vehicles. Get the vehicles on the field. We are going to be seeing a lightning strike, folks. Oh my god. Alright. No, this could be a good lightning... Oh, wait. Hold on. This could... No, this might be an okay lightning strike. Oh, there's too many battlecopters. There's too many battlecopters here. Maybe if Joltspikes had one more anti-air down south, this could be very nice. But we'll see. We'll see. It's definitely going to be... Oh, okay. Almost gave me a heart attack. I almost thought that the lightning strike wasn't coming, folks. Alright, let's see what he manages to do. Neo Tank getting a strike. Taking out the anti-airs. Moving in. Okay. Yeah, that's some good damage. That's some good damage over here. Good damage. Got to take out one of the battlecopters. Two of the battlecopters. Alright, here we go. Here we go, folks. Here we go. Now, the one big thing. The one big issue with this lightning strike. And, you know, it's great lightning strike. You know, it's not too bad. But the fact there's two battlecopters here, that's going to eliminate two tanks. Tank's going to eliminate the anti-air. This battlecopter is basically going to be able to... Basically going to be out of commission. This guy can come over here and attack this. This anti-air is actually toast because he's got this shot and this shot. Once he moves the infantry here, battlecopter moves in, takes out 7. And then that basically leaves this front with very, very little, fighting into a base plus an airport plus tank over here. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty good. Pretty good for Sensei. Soiled Abomination moving in. He's gonna bust out another Soiled Abomination. He's gonna bust out another one up north. You bet your bottom dollar he's gonna bust out another one. Another Soiled, another battlecopter. Yep, another anti-air. Doesn't even buy base skips because he's got free infantry. Yeah, that's how you do it, folks. That's how you do it. I'm surprised he moved in with this tank, though. Why wouldn't... I don't know. He could have possibly taken out this, though. Like, let's just move back here for a second. I want to take a quick gander here. Like, what occurred here? What was this one? What was this move? What was this move that happened? Alright, it was this one. Alright. Moves in with this tank, so he attacks this. But what's the damage roll with this? This is what I actually kind of want to know. So if we take this and take this, that's 32. But if we use the power, it's 35 to 39. That's pretty good odds of actually being able to destroy it. Considering I think this is about 65% damage, more or less. So it probably would have worked. But I mean, you guarantee the KO that way. So, alright, anyways, moving on to the next turn. As we can see here, yeah, moves were done. Powers were used, and possibly some morale was broken. But you know what? Joltspikes, he's a fighter. He's a fighter. Let's see him carry on with the matchup. Boom. Got the battlecopter strike, and the anti-airs doing work, taking out infantry left, right, and center. Doesn't have an attack on the Soiled Abomination, though. So his Neo Tank's got to run. Got to run away. The stench is too great. As he creates the stench line of himself. Like, oh my god, the stench. Absolutely gross. Alright. So it takes out 9 units that turn, folks. 9 units eliminated. Ooh, double strike on the anti-air. Battlecopters just doing work. Soiled Abomination sitting on cities. Yeah, won't be able to attack into that. And the infantry now sacrificing themselves into the battlecopter in order to get another power. Another power. Like, it's going to be popped. It's going to be popping here soon, folks. Boom, there it is. 48 units on the field. 2 units left over. He's going to be able to bust out 2 more big tech units. Just sacrificing infantry into battlecopters just to weaken them, folks. This is Sensei. This is what Sensei does. Oh, and Endeavor. He doesn't even buy any units. He buys 1 Neo tank, 1 Soiled Abomination, and that's it. He base skips everything else. He is going to be having so much money next turn. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What is he going to buy? That's the big question. Like, what is he going to buy with all this money? Is he going to be busting out the Mega Tank? Because that would be pretty cool, folks. I would love to see a Sensei Mega Tank just dropped on this field. But he might be buying a fighter, or he might be buying like a double Neo, double Soiled, or he could go triple Medium Tank, which would be even cooler, but we'll see. We'll see what his plan is here. Just join capping here day by day. He's going to get this property through sheer determination. Oh my lord. Yeah, now the Neo tank is moving in, taking a strike on another one. Neo double anti-air battlecopter. Okay. Day 15. It's possible that a lightning strike might occur this turn, and could happen. It's probably going to require the 5 HP to sack into the 7. Yeah. But that in itself is not really that bad of a move. Especially considering that this Neo tank is in position to attack this Neo tank. So Eagle, with 2 minutes on the clock, if he can manage this move, this guy going into here and attacking full force into this area could potentially be some game-ending plays over here. So let's see if he manages to pull this off with limited time. Yeah, okay, so he gets the Neo strike. All right, but what else can you get? What else can you get? He's going to just keep pushing, keep pushing. All right, and that's it. So he runs out of time. Runs out of time right there. But you know what? When you're dealing with 2 minutes and a lightning strike, very difficult. Very difficult to keep pushing in here. So Endeavor now sitting at 78,800 value to 163,000. But the one advantage he has right now is time. So what is he going to do right now? Is he going to bust out another copter command and bring the infantry on the field? Or is he going to bust out the super co-power and bring the mechs on the field? Because if you bring the mechs on the field, sometimes it can actually be really good. But you have to time it really well. Like, for instance, right now, if he moves this tank, he brings a mech right here, which can immediately strike one of these 2 units here. If he moves this, he can bring a mech right here, which can immediately KO the anti-air, or even put damage on the Neo tank. But mech can come right here as well, attack the anti-air. Mech can go right here, attack the Neo. I'm not saying it's necessarily the best move, but it's going to be able to do the damage. Plus, you have a mech up here. Attack. Oh, wait, no, you can't do that because there's an anti-air in the way. But we'll see. We'll see what the play is here. Are we going to be seeing the mechs? Oh, airborne assault. Airborne assault, folks. He's got the mechs on the field. Oh, boy. All right, let's see it. Boom. Look at that value. Instant value from that. And the mechs are marching on. The macho mechs are marching on. And see, I knew it. I knew it. Knew it. Look at this. Look at this mech. Goes up and attacks the Soiled Abomination right here. Like, look at this damage. Boom. 2. That's what I'm talking about. 2 damage. That's what it's all about, folks. Busting out 2 damage against Soiled Abominations with mechs. Sensei mechs. Jacked up Sensei mechs. These men are definitely on performance enhancing drugs. and even surrounds the anti-air. So despite the fact that that lightning strike was very, very good and very well timed, the mechs, they drop. Joltspikes, he's got 2 minutes to figure out what to do against this overwhelming mechanized assault. You know, this is what he's going to be doing. He joins some Neos together to make sure he's got a 9 HP Neo. Ends the turn with 17 seconds left. Managed to do some damage here, folks, but it's got another Neo that's going to get hit by a mech. Like that's going to happen. 100%. Like 100. Oh my god, he's still going for this capture. Oh my god, he managed to stop the cap. Joltspikes, what a legend. What an absolute legend. Alright, going for a capture up north. Takes out the battlecopter. Oh, he doesn't attack it with the mechs. Ah. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. And he busts out the classy unit in advance, which by web. The classy medium tank is on the field. Let's flippin' go. Let's go. Alright, 19 units to 39. So definitely hurting on unit count a little bit, but not the end of the game, folks. Not the end of the game. Like I said, Eagle, he can be behind in unit count because Lightning Strike just hits so flippin' hard. But what really needs to happen here is time. Like, Joltspikes needs to acquire time. If he does not acquire some time... Oh, that was a free Neo. Oh, boy. Another medium tank. Let's flip and go. Alright. Ooh, now, okay, so attacks the Neo. It's leaving this guy open to another attack, though. I mean, it's not necessarily advisable to go in and attack it, but... I mean, 6 on full, definitely not advisable, I'll tell you that. But Sensei is a wild child, man. He'll go in and do things. I mean, he can go down here and attack this one, double tap with this, maybe clear with an anti-air. That's a possibility, folks. That is a possibility. Alright, more Neos, folks. More Neos. Soiled ones. They're on the field. Alright, anti-air getting double tapped. And the infantry just attacking battlecopters. Just attacking battlecopters. Casually attacking battlecopters. Alright, Neo. Double Neo. Double Neo all the way. Ugh. Gross. Absolutely gross. See, Joltspikes is actually playing this, like, really smart, though. Like, he knows that he can't push into this right now. You know, it's a losing battle, despite the fact that he's got technically more firepower here versus this side. With this guy right here, like, he can't push in here and just win the fight. He needs to play defensive. He needs Sensei to come into him so that his lightning strike can destroy the front line, and he's got no reinforcements. That's what you need to do right now. Gotta destroy the front line. Make it so your opponent's got no reinforcements. Or, the other thing you could potentially do is once you get your power, you lightning strike, attack, but then pull back so that you don't lose any units. That is also a possibility, but here we got another copter command, folks. More infantry on the field, and now Endeavor is just feeling super confident. Pushes the Neos forward. Busts out another classy boy. Definitely trying to class up this stinky game here. So a 10 out of 10. I definitely appreciate the efforts. Let's see. There's the lightning strike, folks. Okay, so... Oh my god. There's potential. There's definitely potential. Oh, there's 2 minutes and 18 seconds, though. So, like, this can be cleared. This can be cleared. All this can be cleared. This could potentially be cleared as well. Like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not by anything purchased right away, but a bomber. Imagine a bomber coming in here and just blasting away this Neo tank right now as these Neo tanks eliminate this entire front. Oh. Could happen. Could happen. I hope there's a bomber. It's a battlecopter. Should have been a bomber. Should have been a bomber. Oh, whatever. See, that takes away a Neo from this attack over here. Because this is like 130% firepower. 130% firepower isn't actually guaranteed to get a KO on a city unit. because technically this is 140% defense. Or maybe it is. I don't know. No, it's not. You need 140% firepower in order to do that. Alright, he's attacking the classiest unit in advance with double tap and a Neo up north. Oh, that's it. He ran out of time. Oh, no. How many more moves did he have? This is... Forgive the clicking, folks. Forgive the clicking. I normally will use my keyboard. I'll go back and use my keyboard. He ends right here. I mean, worst case scenario. Anti-air can probably clear this. If not, recon plus this clears this. This guy moves over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This could attack this. This could KO this. This could double tap this along with this. Oh, there's so many attacks. This guy could probably clear this. There's so many more attacks. So many more attacks. Alright, so... Time. #1 priority. And that is the end of the game, folks. Joltspikes has resigned at this point. Unfortunately, wasn't able to hold out. I wouldn't necessarily say due to, like, skill or anything. It was mostly just time, you know? Joltspikes is a fantastic player. Endeavor is a great player as well, folks. But that is really, that's the thing when it comes to these games. When it comes to, like, Eagle versus Sensei, it's all a matter of time. If you can manage your time well enough, that you can get really good lightning strikes and really good use out of your powers, get all your movements, you are styling, folks. Absolutely styling. So I guess maybe the one recommendation that I could have in the future for people that may be playing Sensei or maybe playing Eagle, it is probably just a little bit of homework, you know. Look at the map pool. Try to map out maybe what you would consider doing in the first like 5 to 7 days, maybe even up to day 10, you know, and just try to play the first few days on autopilot, at least until you get to engagements, you know, and then just bank up some time. That's about it. But even if you bank up time, you know, you can still lose it. So I wouldn't say necessarily play on total autopilot, but know ahead of time what you're going to do and plan your moves on your opponent's turn. That's what you really got to do. But anyways, fantastic game. Congratulations, Endeavor, on the win. Well played, Joltspikes. If you enjoyed the content today, consider leaving a like, comment, or subscribe. Or if you have opinions on how to play Eagle or Sensei in high funds, live, well, or better, you can feel free to talk about it in the comments. I'm Semi-Original Guy, aka Mr. Cannon. Have a great day, folks. Take care, and bye-bye for now.